Good morning, class. How are you all today? That's nice to hear. So before we start our class, please all stand up, and Miss Jimenez, please lead the prayer. Amen. All right, class, kindly arrange your chairs and pick up the pieces of dirt underneath your chairs. Thank you. You can now all be seated. To start our class for today, we will have our riddle time to ready your mind for our today's lesson. So I have here 3 questions and you will answer it. Are you all excited? Wow, that's nice. So let's start then. Riddle number 1. I am a king who measures quite well. What am I? Again, I am a king who measures quite well. What am I? Yes, Miss Jimenez? You're raising your hand? Alright, answer then. Alright, you're correct. That's ruler. Next is riddle number 2. What has 3 feet but cannot walk? What has 3 feet but cannot walk? Who can answer? Yes, Mr. Sophia? Is that yardstick? You're correct. That's yardstick. Okay? You got it right. And this is the last riddle. You can answer this. Anyone? Okay, I'll read it then. I stretch out long without a bow. Helps you find the land you own. In pockets, toolkits, I reside. Mark inches, feet on every side. Again, I stretch out long without a bow. Helps you find a land you own. In pockets, toolkits, I reside. Mark inches, feet on every side. Yes, Miss Koch? What's your answer? Alright, you're correct, Miss Koch. The answer is tape. You're absolutely right. So, because you all got it correct, let's have a hep hep hooray clap. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Hep hep hooray! Hey. So, last meeting we talked about different tools and equipment used in carpentry. So, based on our last meeting lesson, Miss Arcelia, can you please stand up? What have you learned from our previous lesson about tools and equipment? Thank you, Ms. Arcelia. How about you, Mr. Bautista? Alright, I am glad that you have takeaways from our conclusion. Because of that, let us now proceed to our new lesson. To start our new lesson for today, let us watch this video first. Alright, do you have any idea now what is our topic or our new lesson for today? Let's all talk about it. Okay? Let's proceed to our lesson content. So, our topic for today is about carrying out measurements and calculations. So, here are our objectives.
Differentiate the 2 systems of measurements, convert measurements to its equivalent unit or system, and apprehend the value of accurate taking of dimensions.
So, during the early age, history taught human race to value standard and accuracy in during generations. So imagine without any measurements, without any accuracy, what will happen to our world? So this is the reason why measurement and calculation were made. Yes, today we are going to travel. Let's borrow a time machine from Dorothy. So, We come now to the systems of measurement. By the way, do you know anything about unit of measurements? Can you give me example? Yes? Yes, Miss Zuniaga? Inch. How about you, Miss Alanitaves? Yard, okay. What about you, Miss Arcilia? Foot, okay. How about Mr. Aquino? Meter? Okay, meter. That's correct. So here we are going to tackle about the unit of measurement. Unit of measurements, there are two systems of measurements. What do you think it is? Don't have any idea? Okay, there are two systems of measurement, which is the English measurement and the metric system. So the English system originated in what? Yes? It originated from? Yes, England, you're right, which is also known as the US customary system of measurement, while the metric system was developed in which country? Yes, Mr. Tapia. Yes, you're correct. It was developed in France and is known as the SI or International Standard. So, here are the linear measurement of English metric. Okay, be familiar. What in English we have yard, foot, and inch. While in metric we have meter, decimeter, centimeter, and millimeter. So let's proceed to reading of measurements. During the construction of structures, a carpenter uses tools to measure and to calculate. So, based from our previous topic, which is the tools that is used in carpentry. So, some of the tools they are used are meter stick, tape measure, long tape, and the like. So, the meter stick contains units like centimeter, decimeter, and millimeter. Yes, that's correct. It is divided into segments called graduations. So, in meter stick was divided and it was called graduations. Each graduation represents a measurement in a form of proper fraction, and the each can be divided into 16, 8, 4, and 2. So how can we read these equal parts? So I have here the illustration of an inch. So I have here a ruler. Note this is not an illustration of a ruler. Yeah. There. So I will give you that paper so you can see it visible, more visible. So you can see this part, the long one, longer one, and the longest one. So what do you think is the 16th there? So again, a graduation is divided into equal parts, which are 16, 8, 4, and 2. So as you see in here, we have the different lines. So where do you think is the 16? Yes? Yes, that's correct. 16 is in this part, the shorter one, this one, then the shorter one. And where do you think is the 8? Yes, Mr. Bautista? Yes, you're correct. You're correct. So this is where the 8th graduation was created. So next, okay, you're correct. So this is an inch and inch by inch. So 16, 8, and 2. 2. 16, 8, 16, 8, and 4 and 2. So let's go to, you got it. Did you follow class? Again, this one is, so I will show you more closer. This one. Okay. Can you see it? Okay, 0, 1 16, 1 8, 3 16, 1 4, 5 15, 5 16, and so as you seen in the upper part, we're in the 16th graduation, we have the odd numbers. Odd numbers such as 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9, and so on and so forth. So in the lower part, it is also an odd number, but it was already in 8. And after an 8, we have here the 4 and the 2. So we come now to reading the centimeter and the millimeter. So a millimeter or a centimeter is equal to 10. In converting it to cm, 1 cm is equal to 10 mm. So what is mm again? Millimeter. How about cm? Yes, you're right. It's centimeter. So we come now to converting fractions to decimal. So are you familiar in proper, improper, and mixed fraction? Okay, so we are going back to that fractions, which is the proper fraction and improper fraction and the mixed fraction. So we are going to convert a fraction into decimal. So here is the fraction, proper fraction. The proper fraction is 2 over 5. Okay, the proper fraction is 2 over 5. So how are we going to make it into decimal? The fraction into decimal. So which is the numerator there? Okay, the numerator there is number 2. And while the denominator is the 5. So 2 divided by 5 is equal to what? Okay, here 0.4. So that's how we convert the proper fraction into a decimal. So always remember to divide the numerator to the denominator to the numerator. Again, I want to clear it again. It was divided the denominator to the numerator. Again, the numerator here is 2 and the denominator here is 5. So 2 divided by 5. Okay, can you get it? Okay, next is the improper fraction. So here is the example of improper fraction. So what is the difference between improper and proper fraction? So in proper fraction, we have the numerator is lower than denominator, while in improper fraction, the numerator is higher than the denominator. So here we are going to convert the fraction into the decimal point. So again, divide the denominator into the numerator. So here is the example of converting improper fraction into decimal. So there we have 11 over 3. So 3 divided by 11 is equal to 366. Okay. Are you following, class? Okay, that's nice to hear. So next is the mixed fraction. What is the difference between the two? Okay, you're right? Yes, you're right. The mixed fraction has a whole number. A whole number. You can see there, the 2, it is a whole number. While the fraction, the 1/2 is a fraction. So that's what we call a mixed fraction. There's a whole and there's a fraction. Okay. How we are going to convert it? So there, we have here, again, we are going to divide the denominator to the numerator of the fraction. So there, we are going to see that 2 divided by 1 is equal to 0.5. So what happened? Why it was already 2.5? Okay, so what happened to why it became 2.5? So it became 2.5 because the answer to the to the fraction, which is 0.5, was added to 2. So 2 plus 0.5 is equal to 2.5. So are you guys following? I'm glad you got it all. So we are going to convert in units of measure. So here it is. Here is a guide table in unit conversion. English to English, metric to metric, English to metric, and metric to English. So you can take a picture of it because we will going to have an activity simple activity, just simple sit work. Okay. Okay. We are going to convert the unit of measurement of foot into inches. So we're going to look for the inches of 3 feet. So here is the solution. In order to find out the conversion of foot into inches, we are going to multiply 3 feet by 12 inch. So again, in the guide in conversion guide that I have flashed in the screen, you have taken it right. You have taken a picture of it. Okay. So look at it. How many in 1 foot? How many inches are there? Okay, 12 inches. So in 1 foot there are 12 inches. How about 3 feet? 3 feet. So in order to get it, we are going to multiply 3 feet into 12 inches. 3 feet is multiplied into 12 inches. So the answer is, okay, 36 inches. So next, inch to feet. How about inch to feet? We have here the 48 inches and we're looking for 12 feet. So again, in that conversion, the English to English guide, in the unit of measurement conversion, we have a feet, right, and the inches. So in here we are looking for inches. So how are we going to know its feet? Okay, we are going to divide it. Are you following, class? Okay. So in order to find out the feet of an inch, we are going to divide 48 into 12. Okay. We are going to divide the inches into 12. The inches into 12 feet or feet. So the answer is okay, 4 feet. You all got it all correct. So let's proceed now to taking dimensions. So here are the ways of taking dimension. Number one is measure end-to-end stock with a tool. Next, measure edge to edge with a tool. Number three, measure outside of cylindrical object using a caliper. So you know already caliper, right? I have taught it last meeting. Okay. Next is measure inside diameter with a caliper. And lastly, lay out width. So we have a 5 ways in taking a dimension. So in order to further deepen our knowledge and to visualize these steps, we are going to watch this video first. Okay, let's watch this video. All right. You can now you already know how are you going to take a dimension of a board. So class, anyone from the class who can tell me what is the importance of accurate taking of dimensions or anything accurate taking or measurement of any objects, especially in any wood or metal wood, since we are talking about carpentry. So why is it important that we should accurately get the measurement of a wood? Yes? Correct? Who else? Anyone can stand. Okay, I am hearing it. Okay, to have good reputations. Okay, to have a quality outcome. Okay, to ensure safety of the future users of the project. So that's in the right, and taking the dimensions accurately can help ensure our safety, avoid repetitions, because repetitions may cause high cost of not ingredients, materials that we needed, and of course we have to have a quality finished project. Okay, so now that you already know the ways of taking the dimensions, we are going now to calculate a board foot. Excuse me, sorry. We are going to proceed now in calculating board foot of a lumber. Okay, so in calculating board foot of a lumber, although the international system or the SI or metric system had already superseded the English system of measure, the board foot as a unit of measure for determining the volume of a lumber is still being used by a cabinet maker and construction industry or anything. So, in every day of our lives, we have observed that taking measurements are already using metric system. Am I right? Centimeter, decimeter, meter? Yes. So we are now using metric system, not the English system. However, in determining the volume of a lumber, we are still using board foot. Why? So this is because lumbers are being sold in terms of a board foot. That is why we are still using board foot in determining the volume of a lumber. So a board foot is actually 1 square foot of lumber of 1 inch thick. So the formula used in computing board foot is very simple. It is just very simple. We are going to just multiply and then divide it. So board foot or the BDFT is equal to T times W times L is over 12 or divided by 12. Again, board foot is equals to T times W times L divided by 12. So, what is T, what is W, and what is the L? So, T stands for thick, while W is width, and L is, okay, length. So, the T is thickness in inches. The three is talks about the thickness in inches. However, the W or the width is in inches too, while the length is in feet. Okay, again, thick and width is in inches, while the length is in feet. Okay. So the example is compute the board foot of a lumber whose dimension is 2 times 4 times 12. So we have number one step is to identify the given data. So which is there is the thick, which is there is the width, and which is there is the length. So in this data, the thickness of inches is 2, while the width is 4 and the length is 12. So next is determine what is being asked in the problem. So what is being asked in the problem? Okay, compute the board foot. So what is being asked in the problem is to identify or to compute the board foot of a lumber. So next step is to state the formula. What is again the formula of a board foot? Okay, board foot is equals to thickness times width times length divided by 12. Okay, step number 4, substitute the given data in the formula, then solve. So we're not going to write already the the T, W, and L. We're going to substitute it already into the given number in the problem. So again, the thick is 2, the width is 4, and the length is 12 over or divided by 12. So try to answer the formula or the problem. Who got it? Who got it? Yes, Miss Tolado. Okay, you're correct. The answer is 8 board foot. So are you following, class? Okay, that's nice to hear. So again, what is the formula of computing or calculating board foot? Miss Niega. Okay, correct. Now that we're already done with our discussion, I want you all to group yourselves into 4. And then each group will have or will make a short demonstration about how to take a dimension of a number. So it is into you on how you will present it in the class. So your presentation will be evaluated based on a rubrics. So here is the rubrics or criteria for judging of your performance or your short demonstration. Application is 30%, accuracy is 30%, presentation is 20%, and the creativity is 20% for the total of 100%. So I will give you 5 minutes or 10 minutes to gather and decide on how will you present your short demonstration, and then after that, group 1 is going to be the first one to present. The next one is the group 3. Next to group 3 is group 4, and then next to 4 is group 2. So you can now all start. Alright, time is up. Group 1, please proceed, and then followed by other groups. Okay, give yourselves a clap. So, the assess for group 1, I will give you for accuracy, for application, 25%. For accuracy, 25%. For creativity, 15%. And for for presentation, is 15% also. So for the group 2, I will give you 25% for the accuracy, 25% for application. For creativity, you have 20%. And for presentation, you have 19%. For group 3, I will give you 30% for your for accuracy, 30% for application. For presentation, you will get 20%, and for creativity, you will have 15%. Okay? So lastly, group 4, for accuracy and for application, I will give you 30%. For accuracy, 25%. For presentation, you will get 20%, and for creativity, you will get 20%. Okay, give yourselves a Junisia clap. Okay, let us all clap. 1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Very good, very good, very good. Okay, so now to end our lesson for today, we will going to have a short quiz. So I will give you an answer sheet paper. I only have 4 here. So here is answer these questions. Then afterwards, pass it to me. Okay, you are already given me your answer sheets. So, our class, why do you think we need to know how to convert a unit of measurement? Mr. Aquino, what is the significance of it in our daily living? Okay, how about you, Ms. Zuniaga? How about the others? Amazing. So this topic is very important for us to know. So please always keep it in mind and do not forget it. So who else can share their learnings for today? Aside from those from Ms. Sunyaga, from Mr. Aquino, and also answers the questions. Okay. 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 So I am glad that everyone have learned today. Again, what is the two systems of measurement? Yes, English measurement and metric measurement. Very good. Can you all guarantee now that you can now all convert a unit of measurement to its needed unit? Okay, thank you. So please do keep everything in your mind. And lastly, what is the significance of accurate taking measurements and dimensions. Okay, that's correct. So before we dismiss, I will give you an assignment. So our assignment is we should research about occupational health and safety practices in carpentry. So take it down note. Okay, that's all for today, class. I hope that you have learned from me and you have learned the topics that we discussed today. And thank you for your participation. So, goodbye, class. Okay, goodbye, class, and God bless you all. Thank you. For the reward, please come in to me.